to be brutally honest, I at this point, I have no one to blame but myself for these situations I find myself in. Although, in fairness, I am starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel in terms of legitimate cursed things to look at when it comes to paleoart. Thankfully. So, you may not see these as often in the future. Whether you like that or not is really a matter of your personal opinion. But maybe I can start doing things that aren't this. Something to that effect. Okay, I admit this is not cursed. I just saw it while I was looking for cursed stuff, and I absolutely had to share it. Because, man, do I miss him. I think a lot of people do. But, let's be completely honest about this. He'd do this. He'd absolutely do this. There is no question in my mind. Also, the interpretation I'm taking from this is that that's a baby, and not a full-size Spinosaur. Unless Steve Irwin is a giant in this particular picture. We could look at it that way. Maybe, you don't know. It's just a matter of scale. It's a matter of differences in outlook when it comes to art, I suppose. But yeah, I thought this was cute, actually. So we're starting off with something relatively nice, and moving into things that, okay, in fairness, the intention here is for a speculative interpretation of a T-Rex's head, giving the Rex cheeks, not just lips, but cheeks. And while that's not impossible, I suppose, I'm not familiar with any direct evidence that would suggest that this was the case. What I can say is that it bothers me. And it bothers me a lot. I don't like it. I don't like it. But, hey, you weren't trying to make something horrific. You were just trying to illustrate what could have been. And for that, respect. Also, stop. Because I don't like it! Okay, another thing I don't like. And now we're really into curse territory. Giving herbivores forward-facing eyes really does change the whole feeling I get when looking at them. It might be an evolutionary thing. We see forward-facing eyes and think, Predator probably shouldn't, deal with that at all. It's a concern, doing me a concern. The little beadiness of these eyes is already an issue when it comes to this particular statue, but the fact that they're forward-facing, I feel like this animal is about to charge and possibly consume my flesh with its powerful beak of destruction. And I shouldn't feel that way when I look at the Triceratops, okay? I shouldn't feel that way. It's not really cursed in the sense of... Sorry. Did I not have an image very similar to this on old school paleo art? When I was looking at that, not cursed stuff. I found this under, searching for cursed things, and I'm like, A, this is no worse, but B, it's just bizarre to me that at least two separate artists said, I feel like the Ankylosaur would smash, just absolutely demolish the T-Rex right between the legs. What? At least two people had that thought when trying. Granted, they occupied the same space in a very, very long stretch of time. I am 100% sure that at some point an Ankylosaur probably managed to hit a Rex in a similar manner. Probably more than once. So, you know, hey, oh, oh, excuse me, waiter. Waiter, yes. I think the dinosaur you just served me is rotting. Yeah, can you let the chef know I'm not gonna eat this or look at it. Also, why is it pink? I asked for, at least medium well, you know? Now, at first glance, this one, obviously, a questionable dinosaur statue, though I'm sure the artist did their best. But what got me is not that he's colored like Barney. He is. But that's not what got me. What got me is the arm positioning. Because it can't just be me. He's clearly flexing. Like, trying to show off, like, yeah, look at these guns. And it's like, dude, you have the teeniest, noodliest arms. That's not, no, what are you, he's trying to show off and it ain't working. It's not working. Although, granted, this one might have a much better shot at it. Yeah! Snap into a Snakeosaurus! This one's hard to see. And it perplexes me because I found at least 2 angles for this one. The other one was worse, so I went with this particular image, and I just don't... I desperately need the context. Is this some kind of play area in an office building? Because there's like balls around and stuff, so I assume it's a place for kids to play, and there's just this random dinosaur statue sitting there all lonely in the middle of it, like... I don't know, it just... There's just something about this, like, to me, it's like something you'd walk in and see in, like, the back rooms, you know, or... I don't know, I am unsettled and I don't know why. Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. But I don't think so. I'm so glad this was labeled, because apparently this is supposed to be a Therizinosaurus. Granted, that would have been my guess, because of the giant scythe blades, which is about the only thing that's right about this. I mean, I appreciate the texture trying to give it some feathers, but not nearly enough feathers. It's very, very skin and bones, and it's the head. It's really the head, honestly. That's what's bugging me more than anything. Like, that is not Therizinosaurus's head. Oh, no. Okay, honestly, there seemed to be no end to these kind of books. Christy, you need to do anything else with your time. I don't know who you are, Lara, but stop enabling Christy, the Raptor's virgin. Ugh. No. No, absolutely not. I said no, Natasha. I assume this is just Christy again. Why are these all written by women? Am I the only one who notices that? I mean, the significant portion of these are all women. Are there any ladies watching this? And if so, is this like a thing for you? Because I'm under the impression it's not normal, but I just want to know. It's an honest question from me. All right, I'm not judging. Well, I am, but I need to know that Christy and Natasha are the exceptions and not the rule. Deities and dinosaurs. Anoxia and the pterodactyl. I don't know who Anoxia is, but I imagine that if she is a legitimate goddess from some kind of mythology, I'd have to look it up to know for sure. Actually, hold that thought. Okay, so a single Google search revealed absolutely 0 results for Anoxia when it comes to being a goddess of anything, so perhaps they just made it up. But why do you have to bring gods into this? God is upset. I'm fairly confident in that assessment. Okay, I know I just came down on women, but Chuck here is also a part of this. Pharmabro pounded in the butt by T-Rex comedian Bill Murky and a clan of Triceratops rappers trying to get their album back. What the Okay, you all seriously need to go outside and do anything else. I am begging you, beseeching you. Meet an actual woman, preferably without any scales or feathers or anything of the sort. Okay, this is a concern. Seriously, stop it. Just stop. It's time for everybody. Everybody of every orientation and every gender imaginable. I don't care anymore. All of you all need to stop. I am drawing the line. The line is drawn in the sand. Don't you dare cross it again. Ah! Oh, feathers. Ah! I can't decide whether this one's cute or horrifying because, like, this animal is missing, like, its entire midsection, technically. But it's so cute and adorable. Maybe it's supposed to be a Pokemon. Kinda reminds me of a regional variant of Lapras or something. Okay. To be fair, I know exactly what this is and what it is from, but it's still pretty cursed, if not, for some people, very cool. This is Ultimasaurus, and Ultimasaurus was supposed to be a Jurassic Park toy, released as part of, like, their hybrid thing going on in the toy line, but if my memory isn't mistaken, and I might be wrong, correct me if I am, I believe the Ultimasaurus was actually never properly released because it got cancelled, but some prototype models did get out, as well as pictures, and developed kind of a little cult following, purely, I imagine, because of how ridiculous it is. I mean, and that's easy to understand, because, like, okay, let's see how many animals we can gauge from this. The Rex seems to be the basic template, but it has raptor claws on the feet, so it's definitely Indominus Rex, period, end of story based on that alone. But Triceratops horns and frill, Ankylosaur, back armor, and tail, don't know where the arms come from, but 3 claws, so maybe Spinosaur? Hard to say. Who knows? What I know is that, yeah, cursed? Yes. Cool? Admittedly, yeah, no, I get the appeal. I do. This will never appear in a movie, though. No way. No. Look at him. You poor baby. Too many leaves. Too many. You ate too much. You're too fat to move. You're cute, but you ate too much. Too many. You poor thing. And with that, a special thank you. That's my apex predators, Arthur Roy and Model for Life guy. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fun farewell.